That is That's not the Zoom that I mean the call that I thought that I had up. But when it started playing, I said, okay, well, this must be for somebody. I've heard it before because I listened to all his stuff. But I was like, somebody need to hear this today. All right, guys. My name is Rachel Wiggum. For those of you guys who have never met me before, I am your Ambassador Diamond Leader. Newbie Circle is really all about mindset. With it being the last day of the month, not only are we going to get into mindset, but I'm going to actually work you guys through some of the online business things because I want you guys to get to some wins today because it is the last day of the month and we are closing strong as a squad. And I want you to be a part of that as we move into the month of October. So just a little basis, I'm going to pull up my phone here so that you guys are able to see my screen as I am walking through. But what we do here is so simple, and you'll learn this in newbie orientation. Newbie orientation. So get out your calendar. I want you guys to do that right now so you guys can be acclimated. The team calendar will go up later today that has all of our meetings and stuff on there later on for next month so that you are prepared. But we have newbie orientation the 1st and 3rd. And newbie orientation is really just getting oriented to the business, what we do. And then newbie circle is more so about mindset. So newbie orientation is the 1st and 3rd Wednesday of the month at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. The 1st and 3rd Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then our newbie circle is the 2nd and 4th Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And newbie circle is all about mindset. Y'all, this business is 90% mental, I promise you. And after being here for 10 years, you can tell the mentally weak do not make it, period. It's not about it not working. It's not about people it's not about any of that. It's literally about your mindset. Did you have a question? Do you want to drop it in the comments? You want to unmute?
I wanted you to, I was trying to get to my calendar for October. So could you say it one more time so I could just write it at the top of my calendar?
Yep. So the 1st and 3rd Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time is newbie orientation. 2nd and 4th Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time is newbie circle. Newbie circle. So what do we do every single day? Now, I'm gonna tell you, there are multiple ways to work this business. One of the ways that we love to teach people is online. Why? Because everybody has their phone in their hands 90% of the time. Okay, facts. I don't care what none of y'all talking about. Even the ones who don't be on social media, they be on games, they be on the news, they be on something. Okay, so they're on something on their phones. It's so funny seeing the older generations, like looking at my grandma and them, or even my moms, they be on their phones too. Okay, everybody be on their phone. And so we like to teach people how to make money from their phone. Now, this may include calling people. It may include messaging or learning how to send cards, learning how to post, all of these things. We want to teach you how to do this. And I always tell people it's just about you having a why and a willingness. I want everybody to find the chat. Find the chat on here, and I want you to type why and willingness. Why and willingness. Why and willingness. And number one, I want you to know how to find the chat. So if you don't know how on your phone, you tap the screen in the lower right-hand corner. There's 3 dots. It says more. You'll see the chat. I want you to type in there why and willingness. And I'm gonna wait. We've got 25 people on here. So I want everybody to drop that why and willingness. Why and willingness. If you know why you are doing this business, I'm telling you, you will find a way. The best part about it is you don't have to find the way. You literally have to go the way. We will teach you. We are committed. It's literally what I do. It's my job to show people how to make money in this business, period. I've been making money in this business for 10 years. So this is number one. You should listen to the people making money, not the people not. Don't take advice from people who do not get paid from it works. And I'm not saying that you can't get wisdom from them, okay? I'm not saying that. But a lot of times what people do is they push on you things that did not work for them or things that they quit. And 9 times out of 10, their quitting had a lot to do with the fact that it's not working. So I tell people all the time, somebody who has endured and pressed through, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot, and the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. And so if I don't know the answer, I will literally find the answer for you, but you will succeed at this business if you desire to. And so know what your why is. Whys have such ranges, y'all, and you will have a lot of whys. Okay. When I first started this business, it was to keep my son in private school. Well, guess what? My son graduated from that private school in May. That can't be my why anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a new why. And so whys evolve. But as I began to dream bigger and adjustments were made to my life, I had different whys. So now this is our full-time income. So of course, my why is different. I have a son, that I have kids that are still in private school. I love their schools. Guess what? I'm going to fight to keep my sons in private school, right? You may have a dream of paying off your car. You may want a new car. You may want a car. You may want a new place. You may want to fund your grandchildren going to college. There is no telling what in the world you want to do, but I'm telling you, there's something that you want to do right now, but there's also something that you want to do, but that you're afraid to say it because you don't want to fail. We have to take that off the table. That's not the kind of God that we serve. We don't serve that kind of God. And fear is not of him. He did not create the spirit of fear. And a lot of times the fear that we feel is something that we would use in the wilderness, but we don't live in the wilderness. So we need to let that fear go, and we need to put ourselves in position to where we're not afraid to fail. When you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to fly. Y'all hear that? If you are afraid to fail, you're afraid to fly. The only way that the eagle ever learns how to fly is if it jumps out. It has to jump out and see if its wings will work. Well, guess what? This is a business with a low risk, high reward, low risk, high reward. And if you know anything about business, there's a lot of stuff out here. Listen, anybody ever been to the boat before? Okay. If you're willing to throw $10, $20 in them slots, be willing to invest $120, $100 into your life. Okay. I'm telling you, it's worth way more. And so I'm going to walk you guys through. I want to show you guys the basis of what you can do on the daily to build your business. But today, this can bring you customers and business partners today. I love starting with friends and family, y'all. I love it. Why? Because we like to offer them the opportunity to change their life. Drop in the comments, I'm going to change my life. How about that? Somebody needs to decree and declare that today, and not negate it in terms of like, well, it would be nice if I changed my life. Oh, well, my life is okay right now. I just want, like, stop minimizing it. I'm going to change my life. I want to change my life. And God has already done so much for me. But I know that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what he desires to do in Rachel's life, what he desires to do in the Wiggum's life. Eyes have not seen. And so I'm willing to decree and declare that I'm going to change my life. In order to change my life, I change your lives. I help you change your lives, and that's what changes my life. And so I'm very passionate about helping other people change their life. Now, I used to work in the world of social services. You support people, their lives may or may not change, but it does not change your life. And so you are in a position to where you have the control to change your life. You have the control to change your life. And so we're going to do these simple things every single day. But today, my goal is that each of you guys, when you jump off of here, that you at least bring in one customer, one business partner. You go and decide that you need to make a purchase because there's products that you want to use. My goal is that you get a win today, Today is the last day. If you've taken notes, today is the last day for distributors to sign for $49.50. What does that mean? Any and everybody. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and this guy said, if the person, just think about the people in your life. If they were to pass away today, and you would feel bad that you did not offer them the opportunity to join you in business, you need to go talk to them. And just going back to friends and family, I always say their support is nice, but not necessarily needed in order to build a successful business. Do y'all hear that? It is nice, but it's girl, can't talk today. Help, Lord. Jesus, not necessarily needed to build a massive organization, to build a massive business. However, you don't want to take away their opportunity to say yes. That's not fair. You don't get to choose whether people want to do this business. You don't get to make up that decision for them. And a lot of times we project our feelings and our emotions and our fears onto other people. You don't get to do that here. I'm not giving you permission to do that. Our products, y'all, are plant-based, write it down, natural, non-GMO. Plant-based, natural, non-GMO. There's no synthetic composition in our products. We focus on gut health. Gut health is our number one pack that we sell. Why? Because your gut health is your life health. If you can get people on point when it comes to their gut, it will change their life. It'll change their quality of life. It will change their health. Guess who needs gut health? Everyone. 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 And so looking through, we have 3 gut health packs. We have gut health essentials, gut health deluxe, and gut health signature. 3 of them. 3 lanes. Gut health essentials, it has the super greens, it has the cleanse, and it has the aloe. It costs $135. Guess what, y'all? You should be investing in your health. If you do not invest in your health, you will be investing in medicine. I can guarantee you. You will invest in, and it's crazy because I've had so many conversations with people and they're like, you know what? I'm willing to invest that money. I tell people all the time, give me your fast food money. How often do you go through the fast food? How about we X that out and I get your fast food money so that you can change your life and be healthier? You are in the business of helping people change their life. It's your job. Write that down. It's my job. It's my job to help people. It's my job to help people change their life. It's my job to help people change their life. It's my job to help people change their life. That's your job. So people don't want to change their life right now. It's still your job to help people change their life. Y'all, there are 7 billion people on this planet. We are open, I believe, in 15 countries. There are people that want to change their life. So just because your cousin, auntie, and them don't want to change their life, your kids, your friends, that does not mean that your job has changed. What's your job? It's your job to help people change their life. That is your job, y'all. Whether it be financially or whether it be through their health, it's what you get paid to do. Each and every one of you guys on here are eligible for a Ruby bonus, $500. In order to go Ruby, and I promise I'm going to get to showing you how to do things on social. In order to go Ruby, you need 3 business partners. You need to sign 3 business partners. Guess what? $49.50. It's your job to present. They decide. If somebody would not have asked me 10 years ago, I'm so glad she asked me, y'all. I'm so glad she didn't allow the no's. I was the only person that came to her party, y'all. I'm the only one. So I wonder how many no's she got before she got to my name. Are y'all understanding me? I don't care how many no's that girl got. I'm so glad she waited for my yes. And we are actually doing a book club next month. So I'm going to tell you guys now, cat's out the bag, haven't even posted about it. Go ahead and get the book, Go for No. Go for No for network marketers. We're going to read that together. And Brittany will be posting a syllabus. I just put it right there in the comments. You can click it. You can get it on Audible. You can get it on Scribd. If you've never used Scribd before, Scribd, I don't know how to say it, but they do have a free trial. I think it's like 2 months where you get to listen to books for free. Audible also has a free subscription time period as well. But invest in it, y'all. I think the book it costs $9, I think. $15. Cost $15. See if your library got it. Okay. Get the book. We're going to go for no. You want to go for no. And that's what you want to do. You want to see how many no's you can get, because if you go for no, you're going to get yeses, and you're going to get enough yeses to not just get a Ruby bonus. You're going to get the Emerald bonus. You're going to get the $5,000 Diamond bonus. You're going to get the Double Diamond bonus. You're going to be over here on this side of the screen teaching the new people who have come into your organization how to make this extra money. And so any questions about any of that before I jump into what we do on social media?
So what if you tell somebody about it and then they be like, "Oh, I don't want to lose it. I want to get a BBL because I ran across I ran across a couple people and they like, oh, I'm not interested. I'ma just go get it removed and
Mhm. So I'm gonna give you two answers. Okay. The reality of it is, I mean, personally speaking, is go get your BBL and then holler at me when you ready to take care of yourself. You get what I'm saying? That would be number one. Number two is the reality of it is if you remove yourself from it and take your feelings out of it, being healthy has nothing to do with a BBL. So I would say, okay, well, let's start you on some aloe because your gut health is just important. And so it's strategically thinking, okay, do you wash your hair? Because we have shampoo. You know what I mean? Like we have a brand new shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, and y'all, it is bomb. Okay. It's bomb. It helps with shedding, postpartum, all of that stuff that your hair go through. It helps with the thinning. It helps you get your edges back. Won't he do it? Okay. We have an amazing hairline. We have hair vitamins. We have a hair gummy. Like we have so many different things that I don't really focus on weight. Weight control is more so like a grab them in. It just gets people's attention because everybody want to lose weight. So it gets people's attention, and then I'm able to have real conversations with them about their overall health and maybe their skin. I was on a call last night, and one of our new distributors was like, "Okay, Rachel, let's talk about the skincare line because your skin looks really good." So there's a lot of different things that we can use and we can share with them. And if you're not experienced in that area, you can always send the screenshot to your upline, your enroller, to the group chat, and we can help you with how to reply to those people. So people who talk about getting a BBL, like that's fine. Know a lot of people who have gotten them, and you have to maintain them. And so at the end of the day, we let's talk about some ways that you can be healthier, and maybe not necessarily focusing more so on the weight control, maybe speeding up their metabolism, maybe getting them a smoothie because they don't eat enough. Like I would just shift the focus of what you're focused on. Any other questions? Thank you for asking that. Okay, Lisi, I'm actually going to address this. If you have ever felt the way that Lisi fit is expressing, thank you for being bold enough to say that. Would you like that post? Like her message if you have ever felt that way before. Go like it. And I think everybody should be liking it because I personally have experienced it. I've been in business for 10 years, and it is a job to stay out of your feelings. Okay. I'm telling y'all, it is a straight up job to stay out of your feelings. Okay. And so what she said, I'm just going to read it for people who may be watching the recording later. It says, I need to remove my feelings because I take them no as personal sometimes, especially after they ask so many questions, leading me on and they just say no. And leading me on just to say no, they are good or whatever, but it is I take it personal sometimes. So y'all, okay, again, this business is 80%, 90% mental, 90% mental. There is a book called Living Beyond Your Feelings by Joyce Myers. It will free you. I'm telling you, it will free you. Has anybody ever read that book? Drop a comment if you've ever read Living Beyond Your Feelings by Joyce Myers. It will free your whole life. I'm telling you, you have to take control of your emotions, and you also have to understand the nature of what you do. All right. And so this is why we move by task. So this is actually a really good segue to go into it. It does not matter how I feel. And I'm going to pull this up now. It does not matter how I feel day in and day out. These are the tasks that I do to build my business, right? It does. And I can't allow my feelings to get a vote, because if I allow my feelings to get a vote, then I'll put myself in a position to where I'm not actively working my business. Does that make sense? So this is why we use tasks. This is why we do things such as receipts. And if you guys have never heard of receipts, I'm going to drop this in the comments. This is why we have devotional every single morning. I'm telling y'all, because we know that what we do is great because the reward is great. And because the reward is great, and also because we introduce people to Christ, we know that the battle is even greater. Okay. But God is the Lord of it all. And so he's more powerful than everything that you may be experiencing. And so we really like to tap into that. And so we post, we message, we follow up. That's what we do every single day. We post, we message, we follow up. Now, there are different ways to do this, okay? There's different ways to do this. Some people like to build their business in person. That's not what I'm talking about today. So we'll have another Zoom for building in person. But we post, we message, we follow up. And so the simplicity of this, I am literally going to walk y'all through. I haven't done anything this morning. And so I'm going to walk you guys through the simplicity of what I do every single day. All right, what I do every single day in order to work my business. So we drop that in the comments. We post, we message, we follow up, because I want y'all to be clear on what we do. We post, we message, we follow up. We post, we message, we follow up. We post, we message, we follow up. And you want to do this outside of your feelings. And you also want to put your phone on do not disturb. So you guys see here, do not disturb. You want to turn it on before you actively sit down and work. Why? Because it doesn't matter who replies to you in the midst of it. You want to get all your work done first. Get all your work done first. And then you can start replying to people. So kind of what you said, Lacey, it don't matter if you have that conversation because you've already gotten out 75 messages, right? You've already talked to 100 people. And so that one person going back and forth with them, if they decide that they don't want to do it, that's fine. And then there's also things that people can do, even if they decide that they don't necessarily want to buy. And then y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, you have to be gentle when it comes to this because people are embarrassed about their situations and they're prideful. They don't want people to know they don't have the money. They don't want people to know that they don't have the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And they're not willing to say, hey, I don't have the money today. Or is there another day that I can get it or whatever? They don't want to say, they don't want to acknowledge that. And so we have to show people grace. And I get it. It can be a lot, but we want to show people grace. And so if you are not a part of the Telegram group that has all of this content in here, y'all, all this stuff that you can add to your stories, so much stuff. I mean, stuff for years up in this mug. Okay. So much stuff that you can go in here and grab. Ooh, I hope they bring back peppermint mocha. Who else? Oh, I love peppermint mocha, keto coffee. But see, even this, that's me and my girl Marcella, just drinking coffee. And so coming through, there's always something that you can grab and you can put on your stories. And so I'm gonna grab something to put on my stories here. Let's do it. We got the hair, skin, and nails here. Yes, come on, Rachel. That's me. That's Erica. So a lot of different things that you can jump in here and grab. Somebody is going to drop the comment to the Telegram, the Money Squad Telegram, so that those of you guys who are not in there can go in there and grab it. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to find something. Oh, $49. Yes. Boom. But we don't have the $4,000 bonus. So I'm going to come back up to here. All right. So let's come back to currently that we have all these different things. So I know a lot of people ask facts and questions about starting the business. So I'm going to share these to my story. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this. So I click this right here in the lower left-hand corner. I'm going to click that arrow. Click that arrow. I'm going to click this photo. And then I'm going to click that up arrow in the upper right-hand corner of that box. And then I'm going to click on Instagram. I'm going to click story. And then I am going to add that to my story. Boom. So you want to do at least 10 of these slides. Well, not necessarily 10 of these slides. You really want to have 10 things added to your story. So it makes it easy because this is kind of just going over any type of reservations that people may have about the business. I probably would make this the first thing you post, but I have been talking about the business in my stories. So I can just share these. So here, because it's a follow-up for me. And so I'm going to add these to my story. And so if you come over here to my Facebook, I have my Instagram and my Facebook connected. And so you will see, once it loads, yeah, you will see it there on my story. And so when you start my story, I want to have 10 taps in my story. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could even right now on here do a little screen share of I'm on my business training. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm on my business training, and you can use that to show people that we work together, right? To share that you work with a team. It kind of adds validity to your business, right? So when you're on here, just take a little thing of what you're working on, and then just put in the chat, I love that we get to work business together, or business training of for my business, or whatever, some type of catchy phrase so that they can understand what it is that you're doing. And then I'll come down. So that's more so for the business. And then I can come down and grab one of these for the products. Okay. So I'm going to do the gummies, for example. So I'll come through. I'm just going to do the exact same thing and add this to my stories and I do sign customers from my stories. So if you want to know, like, does this work? Absolutely. Yes, it does. People are watching your stories, even if they're not replying to your stories. And here's another thing. Even if they're not replying to your stories, do not get discouraged. As an ambassador diamond, there are times when nobody even comments on my posts, but that doesn't matter. And that's why you just want to play the numbers game and do the work. Okay. Just do the work. And right now my phone is on do not disturb. So I'm not concerned about people replying or anything like that. I'm just doing my job. I'm doing my job. And so I'm adding these things to my stories. And then this last one, it's got a before and after picture on it. Amazing, easy, boom. It says 6 spots left, message me gummies. And so they know that they can send me a message, or I could always add a poll or something on there as well. So that's posting. So now I'm going to go to my actual page, and now I'm going to post to my page. So now I'm going to throw up a post. I already did that this morning, as you see right here. Somebody shared that for me. That was so kind. And as you see, so I'm actually going to go to hers and like it. If somebody shares something for you, I always say thank you. And then, just acknowledge the fact that they shared it for me. So now you're going to, I have everybody post this. I want you to go to your stories. So can I just add to my story that I'm on? Yes, absolutely. You can say that. Yep. And then I want you guys to put this on as a post on your Facebook, and then put done after you do it. Put this as a post. Anybody have any questions in the midst of everybody doing it?
Off your page?
On your page. So go to your page where it says what's on your mind, and then you're going to paste that there, and then press post. Actually, one of my customers. Once you do it, put done in the comments so we can move on. If you're not on social media, like, it's fine too. You can take notes, but I'm telling you, you can start somewhere. Come on. Any other questions while we're waiting on that? The other way that you can post is through Reels and through TikToks and things of that nature. I could show you a really easy way. I think a lot of times people overcomplicate Reels and things like that. Go ahead.
I was picking up back on when she said taking no for an answer. So yes. I do 2 work from home jobs, and they do like events where it's like taking no for an answer is like people that really not gonna work for real sometimes say no as well. So would you rather have somebody to tell you yes and join your team and don't do the work, or would you tell somebody tell you no and don't come at all? So it's like a 50-50 win for win chance.
Okay. Okay, thanks for sharing that. All right, so even when it comes to like a reel, so like let's say for example, I was going to make a reel, and you can always make reels on here and like share them onto other platforms, and we'll do that for another day. But I could easily be like, just come here and just record. And sometimes you feel stupid. I ain't gonna lie, like it's just like, what am I doing? But it's so easy. And then I could come here and oh, it won't do it because I'm on here, but I would be able, oh, there it is. So I would be able to come here, and I'm just gonna cut out the part where I was talking. Very simple. And then I could add on words to that. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And so this is another form of posting. We're not gonna go through this today because it can be a lot for people to try to navigate and learn. I'm telling you, I did not learn this overnight. But it can be very simple. So I can this simple. This could be a post. That's simple, okay? And I can put that up as a video, and that could be a reel for me, right? Very simple. So let's get out of that. So that's our posting for today. And so now we're going to go into messaging and following up. What's the name of the Telegram? Does it look like I still have some of the other Telegram? So if you click that link, it should actually prompt you to download the app. So it should prompt you to download the app. And if not, it's just let us know. All right, so I like to follow up before I message. So you get to make a decision, but I follow up before I message, okay? Follow up before messaging. Follow up before messaging. That's me. And I like to do 50 follow-ups, 25 new messages. And so what I'm going to do, again, we're not babysitting that post. If it gets comments, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, moving on. I like to follow up before messaging. And so for follow-up, I'm going to, of course, come over here to my messages. You can't necessarily follow up if you've never messaged anybody. Can I say that? Like, you have to actually have messages to follow up with people. And as you see here, I have some messages here. But for follow-ups, I like to go down. I'm just going to go down. Down. As you see, I do message. So I'm going to come down, and I may just start something simple where I'm just saying, hey, just checking in, how's it going, right? Just checking in, how's it going? So this was from a viral TikTok or reel that I had, and some people opened it, some people didn't. And so I may come over here to the boards you guys have and go to extra juice. There is a folder that's called follow-ups, and there's a general follow-up right here. Very simple. And so I'm just going to click that, and my goal is to get out 50 follow-ups. And so I'm going to come through, and I'm just going to send this to 50 people. Now, because most of you guys are new on here, I'm going to show you guys how to send green lights. We're going to send green lights, but I did want to show you guys how I do my follow-ups. So I just come through here, and I'll just keep sending these until I get to 50. And then I'll move on, preferably not getting put in jail. Okay. And if you can see here, there's no bubble right there. That means she hasn't opened my message. So I may or may not send a message there, because the algorithm on Facebook, that's how you get put in jail, when you send messages to people who didn't open your first one. If people did not open my message, I will call them, because calling them gets their attention and they see that I sent them a message. And we need the link to the Newbie launch in the comments, guys. So if somebody can drop the link to the Newbie launch in the comments, that would be great. All right. Does everybody on here have boards?
Yep,
Huh? Somebody said something?
Oh, this is Jessica. I was answering your question.
Oh, okay.
I have boards.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, there is the link. If you do not have boards, download it. Don't overthink it. The questions when you're logging in, none of that even matters. Just get on there, and then you can attach it to your keyboard. If you're not paying for boards, so the reason that I'm able to use it the way that I use it is because I do pay for it, but your first 100 shares are free. Now, if you're in a position where you're not paying for it, all you have to do is, like, let's just say I wanted to send a follow-up. I would come here to where I would actually go to the app and I would go and copy from the app. So I would come here to follow-ups where it says general. I would click that, hit that up arrow, and I would copy it. And then I'm able to paste that in the messages. All right, I would love for somebody to ask a question. I need somebody to ask a question because I know sometimes I flow through stuff. And so I need to know that you guys are with me and I'm not going too fast. Somebody be brave for me.
All right, can you go back?
What's your question?
Creating them so that way we can have them in there too, right?
So you already have the board, so you don't necessarily need to create. You can create your own board to put carts and stuff, but you don't necessarily need it. You just need to go and copy it from boards, or you can use it from your keyboard.
And what app is this on?
Boards. So if you click that link in the comment.
I'm not even logged into boards.
Okay, well you'd need to log in.
It was my password. It was something about my password wasn't working or something.
So you can always use a different email. You just have to use the same. You can always use a different email. So just do it over.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else? Yeah, good. All right, so let's send some green lights. What are green lights? Yeah, green lights are the asking people to throw up a post for you. Your first month as a distributor, you get to do it for free. We have a team giveaway, but this is a way that as you're sitting at work or as you're sitting with your kids or whatever, this is a way that you can still engage and talk to people and expand your network. It's one of my favorite ways to grow my network, even still after being in this business all this time. And so there are several ways that you can send green lights. One of my favorite ways to send it as of late is if you come here and you type birthdays, it'll pull up all your birthdays for today. Okay. So go to your Facebook, go to the search bar, type in birthdays. And I want you to scroll down to the upcoming birthdays for October. And I want you to go to like October 7th. Okay. So like go to like October 7th. So these are people that you want to get in the habit of going in and tell people happy birthday every day on your social media. It's just a way to connect with your Facebook friends because a lot of times we use our social media networks in order to grow. And so we want to connect with them. And so if I'll come here to the birthdays and I'll start by asking them to do, and as you'll see, I've talked to mostly like all of my friends, but I'm going to send that green light message. And so in the newbie launch, if you go to week 1, excuse me, day 2, there's this folder that says host a post. And this is something that you're supposed to go through during your training. Some of you guys may have not gotten there just yet, but this shows you how to send these green lights. And so it's just something simple. You can send this one. I am actually going to send the one on the squad. And so I'm going to share this with you guys. And I want y'all to be brave, okay? Do this with me and send at least 10 of them. And then once you are done sending 10, and I'm actually going to change that message. I'll do it later though. Once you have sent 10, I want you to come back and say done. So I got 2. And if you don't know how to find the message or whatever, please come and say something. How are you doing the pull down? Connie, can you unmute and ask that question? I'm not sure how to answer that.
So I go to my Facebook page and like you got posts and stuff. So you're saying when I go to my page, I can pull those type of menus up?
when you come to your
So,
page,
like you was just on the screen and it had like half of it had a little menu like hosts and stuff. Is that on our boards or I need to go back to my page right now?
okay, are you looking at my screen?
I can't hear you.
Are you looking at my screen?
I can't hear you.
Hello? Can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you.
Hello? You may need to go out and come back in. Let me say that.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what's your question?
Okay, so right now the task you gave us now, you want me to go to my messenger.
Correct.
Correct.
No. So you're sending messages from the birthdays.
From the birthdays?
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna
Okay.
go to home, go to the search box up in the top, find birthdays, and then now you're gonna go to October 7. So go to like October 7.
But I'm going back in my Facebook though, correct?
Yes, in your Facebook.
Okay, go to my Facebook. Hold on.
Rachel, how did you get October 7th? Because I don't have that option to put in October 7th.
So it's not a date. You may not have any friends I have a lot of friends. So you may not have any friends that have birthdays on October 7th. So go to October 8th. It just shows you the upcoming birthdays. You just have to scroll down. What do you see?
Yeah, I just have, there's just a few coming up later in October.
Okay, well, go to those. I just have a lot of friends. And so the thing is, so I'll send these messages based on birthdays. And then on, of course, just daily, just in my interaction, I'll just want to come through to these people and send them a message. Don't write on their wall. I can just come through and I just copy that and send that to all my people who have birthdays for the day. And that's just a way to engage. It's a way of telling Facebook, hey, I'm here. Hey, this is what I do. Like, this is not something that, and then also, y'all, when sending messages, it makes it to where you're not messaging people and they like, dang, it's my birthday. Can you tell me happy birthday? It just helps with keeping you on point by sending those birthday messages and acknowledging the people on the timelines that truly support us when it comes to our businesses and share on their page or love on our posts and things like that. Are you asking how to connect your keyboard, Lisa?
Yes,
Okay, so do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
So to connect your iPhone to your keyboard for your boards, you just go to the settings. You go into your settings, you go to general, and then you go to keyboards. You're gonna go to add keyboard, or you'll see boards already there. Find boards, and then you want to allow full access. So that's settings. You go to general, keyboards, add keyboard, allow full access. Anybody get all 10 messages out? So I have a question. Rachel, what do you do once they say yes? What do you do once they say yes? I want you guys to use your, okay, Kiana, I see you. I want you guys to use your enroller, but I want to tell you guys that everything that you need is in boards. But use your enroller. Seriously, use them. but everything that you need. We are pointers. We call ourselves professional pointers. And so when you come here to boards, once in this whole, like the host to post folder, okay, week 1, day 2, number 4. This whole folder explains how to do this. And this is something that typically I don't do it every single day, although you can and build a massive business. But because I do build a hybrid business and I like to talk to people in person, I don't do this every single day. But the days that I do at least 10 of them. I get at least 10 people to post for me. And so as you can see, coming over here, I saved them to a collection. And so I have these people that I'm able to connect with and follow up with and add them as my friends as I am doing this host to post, okay? And you see, sometimes I have people put a post and nobody comments or likes. So like, that's okay. I just grateful that somebody put them up and I keep moving on to the other person. And this also gives me the opportunity to have a lot of follow-ups as well. And I have to come through and check just to make sure that nobody new has commented on any of my host to posts. Because you'd be surprised, like when people actually come through and comment. Oh, like this one right here. Jesus. So for example, something like this. Wow, I didn't get none of these. Help, Lord. So I would come through. I'm glad we got an example today. So I would come through, add all these people as my friend. And then I use boards to reply to all these people. So this is the message right here that you respond to the comments. So I'm going to say the same thing to all of them. And then now I'm actually going to message them. Now, sometimes what I may put is just to personalize it. It says, thanks so much for commenting on the post. I can say that Laquita, Barbara put up for me. And that's if I want to personalize it. Uh-oh. But sometimes they'd be like, who are you? So I just like to put up for me. Boom. And then I can just copy this. And now I can go here and send this message to each of these people. Now this is opening up new conversation for me to get new customers. And guess what? These are new messages, okay? So now I can count these towards my 25 new messages of new people that I am connecting with. What if you can't add them as a friend, but you can still message? I'm risque, so I still send the message. Because if not, I will forget. And so I still send the message and just pray I don't get in jail. I'll just be honest. And so another thing that you can do is bump the post and just say, hey, everyone, sorry for the delay. Check your inbox. Boom. All right. Who has questions? Lisa, here is the post that we posted earlier. Okay, yep, go ahead, Miss Connie.
I went to my Facebook page. I'm in Messenger, and I didn't know if I was supposed to click post for the 10 people and Kimberly send one message to all 10 people, or what I do now because I got my birthdays pulled up.
Okay, so for the birthdays, now you're going to send each every one of those people, not the people who birthdays today, not them. You want to go down to the people who have upcoming birthdays.
Okay.
And you're going to send this message to each of those people individually.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Yep. So to see the birthdays, Lisa, you're going to go to your search bar on your Facebook and put in birthdays. It'll pop up and you'll be able to click it.
And you want me to look at your messages to see what you want me to send them?
Yes, it's in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So guys, the biggest thing is just going through the process and allowing yourself to learn. Because once you learn it, you'll be able to do it like the back of your hand. So you post, you message, and you follow up. Now you'll learn more about posting, you'll learn more about messaging, and you'll learn more about following up. So for example, last night, I had someone comment on my post. I sent her my initial message, and then I called her. But I'm bold enough to do that. I'm bold enough to do that. And so until you're bold enough to do that, you can utilize the scripts that we have, and we can point you in the direction of the right script and what to say to have the description of the products. But y'all website works really good. I'm telling you, it really does. And it has all the information on there. And that also is a very effective way. All right, Diamond, what you got, baby? What question you got?
Okay, so like I've been working like crazy all month, and I have like a few friends, well, more than a few, because a few was like what, 3. It's a lot of them that basically told me they were going to place their order this month, but then when I follow up with them, they all ignore me. So I can't think of a follow-up message without like giving it to them, because I personally feel like if you're my friend and you said you was going to buy this product, they had me make their carts and everything. Like they went through the whole process and then turned around and then purchase. So would I be wrong if I just like went off, or how should I handle this? Because I don't know how to do it without cussing them out. Honestly, Rachel, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Well, I mean, thank you for being honest, but you are the thermometer. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. Recording in progress. And hold on. And that's something that you always have to remember. You're the master of your fate. You are in control, and you don't allow other people to sway you left and right, because this is your business. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to take your feelings out of the follow-up. And this is why I always say that friends and family supporting is nice, but not needed. Now you can always call and just be like, hey, it's really weird that you're ignoring me, or you can just use the follow-ups that we already have in here. So if you go to Newbie Launch and you go to extra juice and follow-ups, there is right here, it says hasn't replied to 2+ messages. You can click that and you just click and say, hey, I didn't say anything to offend you, did I? It's a very easy way. If they stop replying after the price, you can send, hey, what questions do you have for me? I'm currently placing another order. If you're all set, I can get yours placed as well. And then you can always just do the regular general thing. Now, if you know these people in real life,
yes, I do. We've been to each other's houses. We've watched each other's kids and so forth.
Yeah, you definitely got to release the feelings from it, which can be hard. I'm telling you, it can be hard. But I would just call and just be like, hey, I know you get my message. Or me, I like to say, hey, are you okay? Like, is everything all right? Like, don't be ignoring me like I'm the bill collector. I'm somebody who will say that, you know what I mean? Because I need people to understand and know that it's not personal. It has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you. And it's something for me personally, when people owe people money or they don't have the money and they don't want to say it, they begin to act weird. And so it's better to just push through it and learn from it instead of being in your feelings. And so I would just be like, are you okay? Because it's weird you're not replying to me. And then it also kind of tells you the nature of the relationship. which GoPro really gets into. And it's freeing. It's very freeing to release yourself from that place.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So just call them. Just be like, hey, are you all right? And you know, if you call and they don't answer, just be like, are you okay? I'm actually pretty concerned. And then when you finally get them on the phone, say, don't you ever ignore me for no money. And that's if you have a real relationship, you say like that's not okay. And we're not doing that. Like if you don't have the money,
Yeah.
not able to support, you tell me that.
Just say
You have
that.
a good enough for, yeah, well, it's okay. Say that. Give them permission. Sometimes people feel like they need the permission to say, hey, I don't have that, or I'm not willing to spend that right now. Yeah.
I don't think it should be like, it should say weird. I feel like it should be another way of getting you.
I mean, to
We
each
watch
his
all
own.
the
It
kids.
doesn't, hey
We
guys,
step in the same bed. I'm going to tell her like, bro, you
okay,
don't have
it's
to
okay.
ignore me if you cannot purchase. Just
I
tell me
mean,
that.
Okay, hey guys, hey,
far
hey,
as,
hey,
like-
up. We're gonna, y'all can have that conversation outside of this. But either way, we just want to remain professional and stay out of our feelings. Okay, just remain professional and stay out of our feelings. How many people do you send it to? Lisa, you want to send it to 10. All right, guys, we're gonna get off of here and we will have power hours and workspaces here today. So if you feel like you need some more help or some more guidance when it comes to this, always feel like you can schedule a one-to-one. I will hop on Zoom with my newbies and we will screen share and I can walk you through it. But I promise you, it's the repetition that makes it easier to walk through this. It's the repetition that I keep getting an error for boards app trying to bring up on my Android. Okay, so Miss Deneen, I'll call you so that we can kind of go through that. Yeah, we'll go through that. Kind of your person will be Lydia and Lily and Michelle. So Lydia, Lily, and Michelle. Yep. And if you don't have their numbers, oh, I know you have Lily's. I can get you connected to them. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'm excited. Listen, we didn't go through the app, but I promise you, if you go through the app, the It Works app, there's so many trainings in there that show you how to send carts and all of that. I just want you to walk in a place of simplicity, but you have to be willing to go through the process of being new. Okay. You have to, and the thing I love about this is you get to make money while being new. And my goal, yo, is for you to have a return within your first week to your first month. All right. This is not a place where people don't get paid. They get paid and they get paid quickly. And so I like to help people learn as they are building a residual income that they're able to build on top of. And so I'm going to pray. We're going to hop off of here. If you have additional questions, please reach out to your enroller. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions as well. I will be out for a little while for just taking my I'm laughing because that is stuff I be wrestling with Jesus about, taking time off and resting and spending time with my family. But our leadership team is here to love on y'all like nobody's business. We got a whole bunch of training spaces coming up. To my personally enrolled crew, we will be having a meeting today. I'll be sending out more information about that. And it's going to be good. I'm excited to see you guys win. Yes. Okay. Well, the recording will be up. Mr. Dwayne. I'll put the recording up right after we get off of here. All right. I love you guys. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we just love you. We thank you for being our King, God. We thank you for the ability to learn new things, God. We love you that you've put us in a place to where we continue to grow, and you've put us in a space that loves you and fosters that growth, a space that wants to see us do good, a space that wants to encourage us. God, we're grateful for It Works, and we're grateful that this is a vehicle that you've given us to change our life. And so, God, we thank you in advance for the customers coming in, the business partners coming in, and how we are going to be this Black Diamond team that gives you all the glory. And so, God, thank you. Cover the hearts and minds of every new distributor. God, keep them encouraged. Help them to take quitting off the table and help them get some wins, Jesus. We love you and we honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Bye, y'all. Happy Saturday.